rise. I'll ask the platform party to take their seats. Can you all resume your seats? Thank you. I'll now introduce our platform party. We have our chairman of our governing body, Mr. Fintan Maloney, the president of Letterkenny Institute of Technology, Mr. Paul Hannigan, the vice president for academic affairs and the register, Mr. Belly Bennett, the vice president for research equality and external affairs, Mr. John Andy Boner. We have the head of faculty of engineering and technology, Dr. Gertie Tigert. We have our heads of department, Anne Boner, head of department civil engineering and construction, Dr. Paddy Hannigan, head of department of electronic and mechanical engineering, and Thomas Dowling, the head of department of computing. We've Adam O'Flaherty, our student union president. Anish Iram Fintan Maloney, Cairlach and Borstur, Falcha Karov. I call upon our chairman, Mr. Fintan Maloney, to make the welcome address.
I see we have some children in the audience, so I'll address the children first of all. Would you like to see something really scary? Céad míle fáilte roimh go léir. Thar ceann Comhlacht Ceannais Institute Technoíochta Litte Ceannan. Bhfuil am fáilte chur roimh chuig an searmanas bronta seo. Chail méid an ceiliúra seo an oirí. Mar sin is iontóg go bhfuil míad an seo aig ar aig chun the achtaí ar education a ahinj. On behalf of the governing body of LYIT, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this year's conferring ceremony. We lost the celebration last year, so it's wonderful that we are here today face to face and not zooming in virtual space to recognize your educational achievements. We had a very momentous announcement yesterday in that the Minister for Further and Higher Education, Research, Innovation and Science announced that Letterkenny IT, along with its partners IT Sligo and GMIT, will be designated as a technological university early next year. This is the result of almost 10 years' hard work from all three colleges, but it would not have been possible without the input from the student body and the performance and engagement of successive student cohorts coming through the LYIT. As you can see, it's our 50th anniversary, and this year we remember the 170 students who started here on the first day and of course the staff who began their careers back here in 1971. This was truly an educational experiment that has been replicated right across the country. 50 years later, we are embarking on a new experiment as we become a technological university. This TU designation is a fitting tribute to those people and everyone who followed them through the Dún O'Malley Regional Technical College, Letterkenny RTC, and ultimately LYIT. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of my colleagues on successive governing bodies, and indeed all the LYIT staff who have worked tirelessly and constructively to ensure that the technological university will become a reality. This has been really significant as we are seeing the end of one institution and the creation of a new one. It's an exciting time for us all, but also a challenging time. And we need to work to ensure that the emerging technological university continues to contribute positively to the Northwest region as the university develops. As chairman of the governing body, I'm anxious to ensure that the student experience in the Donegal campuses of the new TU continue to be a positive one, and that we can create new opportunities in course development, research, and employer engagement that will enhance that experience. If COVID has taught us anything, it is that we all have the capacity to adapt to changing circumstances and conditions when the need arises, whether it be in the educational, hospitality, domestic, business, or any other sphere. The students attending this ceremony today is ample proof of that. I wish you continued success and happiness in your future endeavours. Gramila Maigif.
Gurmaigat the Cairlach. Anish Iram Paul O'Hannigan, Uchtron and Institute, Gradam Abranu and the Fulmary at the Carolahar Egan Institute. I ask Paul Hannigan, the President of the Institute, to confer the awards on the learners presented to by the Institute for that purpose.
On behalf of Letterkenny Institute of Technology, as a designated awarding body under the Qualifications and Quality Assurance Education and Training Act 2019, I hereby confer awards on the learners of this institution who have achieved the standard determined by the Institute for the awards, and I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchment. Harcean Institute Technology Letterkenny, mar cholach de Bhachtana Anrina Fui Jarhu Kaliachta, agus Ujicus agus Uliant Lasu 2019. Branham le Shaw de Bhachtani ar Vicklin the Institute, Shaw will an Chaijan atá lagta she is an Institute, then a de Bhachtani shin Bancha Makaku, agus Iram go Gorfer na Micklin shin in Anyadom, than a par of Rono Uro go Formalta.
A Uachtarán Curamilla Harcuat na Hirohori Shahalanas, a will a Dorhi Scrúdathe Dlachta, agus de Bhachtani ag levéal a sé, seacht, hocht agus a né, den cré náisiúnta cailíochta a bheith ceadathe ag Corla Acadúil na Instituta. President, I present to you the following candidates whose examination results have been adopted and awards at levels 6, 7, 8 and 9 of the National Framework of Qualifications have been approved by the Institute's Academic Council.
Iram anna Nikravji, Kyon na ring Inultra Shiv agus Togala Nahiri as in Ring Shaw Carhalahar. I call on Anne Boner, Head of Department of Civil Engineering and Construction, to present the candidates.
Higher Certificate in Science and Construction, Ronan Dorian, in absentia. Bachelor of Science in Construction Management, Donnchadh O'Gallagher. And I ask you please to give him a round of applause. Bachelor of Science in Architectural Technology, Edward McGrath. And I ask you to give him a round of applause. Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering, Caelan Boyle. Rebecca Bradley in absentia. James Byrne. Ronan Campbell. Darren Coyle. Tristan Donoghue in absentia. John Fogarty. Michael Fraser. Christopher Gallagher. Kevin Gavigan. Shane Higgins. Jacob Kloskinski in absentia. PJ McGill in absentia. Irla McGrory in absentia. John Paul McKenna. Melissa Murray. James Stanley. Niall Traerty in absentia. If you'd like now to give them all a round of applause. Bachelor of Science in Quantity Surveying, Sean Boyle in absentia. Aaron Davis Carolyn. Mark Freel in absentia. Daniel McGonigal in absentia. Ryan Toy in absentia. Vincent Toy in absentia. Joseph Young in absentia. If you'd like to give the group a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Quantity Surveying, Megan Boyce. Ben Collins. John Corcoran. Tiernan Gallagher. Eamon Harkin. Jason McBride. Christopher McCafferty. Alton McCool. Jordan McGrath. Patrick McShane. Thomas Ramsey. Colin Shaw. I ask you now to give the group a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Architectural Technology, Christopher Kern. Dervla Devine. Brian Doherty, John Kelly. And if you'd like to give the group a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Fire Safety Engineering, Martin Doyle. Dara Harper. Kevin Hurl in absentia. Sean McFadden. Ryan Taylor in absentia. Kevin Yates. And now if you'd like to give the group a round of applause. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Fire Safety Engineering, Daniel Bruce. Jacob Eckstein. Stephen Grant in absentia. Liam Kelly. Peter Meehan. Michael Tye. And I ask you now to give them all a round of applause.
In a Sheeram and Dr. Paddy Hannigan, Kun the Ring Inultra, Mecnuel and the Hiri as in Ring Shot occur Lahar. I call on Dr. Paddy Hannigan, Head of Department of Electronic and Mechanical Engineering, to present the candidates.
Bachelor of Engineering in Electronic Engineering, Ivan Corrigan in absentia. Matthew Doherty. Corin McCullough. Patrick McKinney in absentia. Owen Shevlin. Nathan Wright. Please can I give a round of applause to the graduating class. Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, Stephen Griffin. Lauren Hegarty. Greg Murphy. Please can you give a round of applause to the graduating class. Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechanical Engineering, William Hughes. Sean McMenamin. Stephen Pearson. Kieran Reynolds McGee. In absentia. Jordan Simpkins. Kieran White. Please, can you give a round of applause for the graduating class? Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Embedded Systems Design, James Fraser. Shane Hilly. Please give a round of applause to the graduating class.
Could I just ask you, we're going to refrain from applauding the individual graduates, but you'll be asked for a round of applause at the end of each class group. Thank you. In this year, Thomas Dowling, Cian the ring rifriachta, na hiuri as in ring short a lahar. I call on Thomas Dowling, the Head of Department of Computing, to present the candidates.
Bachelor of Science in Computing, Letitia Brown in absentia. Derek Doherty. Gavin Gallagher in absentia. James Kelly. Casper Zeman Kukula in absentia. David McDade in absentia. Jessica Moore. And Stephen O'Donnell. Please give the graduates a round of applause. Bachelor of Science in Computing with Computer Games Development, Michael Donald Gallagher. Ronan Hegarty. Dylan Robinson in absentia. Please give the graduates a round of applause. Bachelor of Science in Computing with Computer Security and Digital Forensics, Marin Ahmed. Anna Arosmina. Charles Blaine. Oisin Boyle. Padraig Costello. Niall DeBarra. Connor Doherty. Brian Flores. Tiernan MacDonald. Gemma Mahan. John McGlynn. Mark McGuinness. Danielle McLaughlin. Kevin McMonigal. Kieran Patton. Ryan Tracy. Kieran Walsh. Please give graduates a round of applause. Bachelor of Science in Computing in Data Center Management, Joshua Bishop. Jason Boylan. Andres Gramola in absentia. Brian Judge. Philip Kelly in absentia. David Kennedy in absentia. Aileen Lazzarato in absentia. Michael Logue in absentia. Samuel Malvesi in absentia. Brendan O'Brien. Emma Scanlon in absentia. Daniel Sheridan. Please give the graduates a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Computing, Dane Campbell. Ronan Shields. Please give the graduates a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Computing in Applied Computing, Dallin Costello. Gareth Kulu. Joseph Michael Davies. Keelan Deary. Michael Doherty. Sean Gallagher. James Keeve. Ryan Lockhart. Aaron McCullough. Andrew McDade. Joel Paul. Maria Thomas. Gerard Wogan. Please give the graduates a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Computing in Cloud Computing, Martin Boyle. Liam Byrne. Richard McManus in absentia. Peter Newman. Please give the graduates a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Computing in Cloud and Green IT, Damien Duffy. Please give Damien a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Computing with Computer Games Development, Lucas Eleuteria Kubzek. David Fazarkas in absentia, Luke Hannigan in absentia. Please give the graduates a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Computing with Computer Security and Digital Forensics, Jack Catterson in absentia, Ji Xing Gang, Shane Harkin, James Heaney, Stephen Keys, Dominic Lynch, Shauna O'Kane, please give the graduates a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Computing in Computer Services Management, Carol Boland. Please give Carol a round of applause. Bachelor of Science Honours in Mobile Computing, Anson Chi Yi Ting in absentia. Bachelor of Science Honours in Computing in Contemporary Software Development, John Allen in absentia, Ronan Ballantyne in absentia, Kirsten Buza in absentia, Gerard Carmody in absentia, Manuel Colorado in absentia, Martin Connolly in absentia, Kenneth Darker in absentia, Antonio de los Santos Pineda in absentia, TJ Dunn in absentia, Richard Figg in absentia, Alan Fitzpatrick in Andrew Fox in absentia, Aidan Hamill, Silas Wolf Hansen in absentia, Marcus Hedge in absentia, Marius Kejan Kiewitz, Connor Kelly in absentia, Rosangala Kelwatz in absentia, Pedro Paula Marcanzano in absentia, Nathan May in absentia, Jack McElwraith in absentia, Chuma Michael Jack in absentia, Daniel Makelchek in absentia, Joanne O'Grady in absentia, Kevin Page Wood in absentia, Wayne Robinson in absentia, Rowena Ryan. Durkish Tawari in absentia, Friday Uduku in absentia, Killian Whelan in absentia, and Juyu Zhu in absentia. Please give the graduates a round of applause.
ask Dr. Gertie Taggart, the Head of Faculty of Engineering and Technology, to present the candidates for research degree.
I have the honour to present the following candidates for admission to the degree of Master of Science, and I ask Paul Hannigan to confer that degree upon them. Mark Melling for his thesis, Application of Kafka and Blockchain to provide a scalable and permanent framework for IoT incident tracking. Mark is accompanied on stage by his supervisor, Miss Edwina Sweeney. Mark's other supervisor was Dr. Mark Leaney. Shailandra Singh Bish for his thesis, Design of a Collaborative Data Governance Framework for Data Quality Management, a Decentralized Data Quality Case Study. Shailandra is accompanied on stage by his supervisor, Dr. Nigel McKelvey. Shailandra's other supervisor was Dr. Michael McCann. Nathan Gubandi in absentia. Nathan's thesis was Using Secure Fragile Watermarks to Detect Tampering in Medical Images. And his supervisors were Miss Karen Bailey and Dr. Mark Leaney. So congratulations to all our research students and their supervisors. Well done. I present to you the following graduates who have been successful prize winners within the Faculty of Engineering and Technology. The Chief Fire Officers Association Award for the Best Fire Safety Engineering graduate goes to Jack Eckstein, BSc Honours in Fire Safety Engineering. Honours in Fire Safety Engineering. Oh, right. Okay, sorry, that was B Ange, so it was. Sorry about that, Jack. The prize for the best graduate in quantitative surveying, sponsored by the Society of Chartered Surveyors Ireland, is awarded to Eamon Harkin from the Bachelor of Science Honours in Quantitative Surveying course. And Eamon, you can come back up on stage again, because Eamon also receives the prize for the best student in the Department of Civil Engineering and Construction. Prize for the best student in the Department of Electronic and Mechanical Engineering, Patrick McKinney from the BSc in Electronic Engineering programme in absentia. The Jonathan Campbell Prize for the Best Computer Games Development Student, Ronan Hegarty from the BSc in Computing and Computer Games Development programme. And finally, the prize for the best individual fourth-year project, sponsored by Garton Technologies, Maria Thomas from the BSc Honours in Applied Computing course. Congratulations to all our prize winners.
Goarjas the Gamia Lig Gulir. Now could you all move the tassels down to the left? Thank you. Anish Iram Paul O'Hannigan, Uchtron an Institute Creek a Curlish in Shaw. I ask Paul Hannigan, our president, to make the closing address.
Híli úsle, the fáilte war ar van Sean you, I glas special the Kalasha, Bronan na Kimena. It says Shach Kyan and laws Tawakti, failure and Kalasha, connecti ar Marklin and Kalura. Ladies and gentlemen, special guests, but most of all the graduates here this afternoon, you're very welcome to this very special occasion in the calendar in Letterkenny IT. As the chairman has outlined at the beginning, we're celebrating a lot of stuff over these last 2 days. Mostly we're celebrating the success of our graduates, and it's brilliant that so many of you are here today. We're also looking back at the 50th anniversary of the college, set up in 1971, and the success of numerous graduates that have gone before you, and the contribution that the staff of the college has made over that period of time in developing it to what it is today. And also, we had the announcement yesterday by the Minister that from spring next year, along with IT Sligo and GMIT, we will become a technological university. But that doesn't happen by accident. It happens because of people like yourselves in front of us today, the people who put in the hard work to get to where we are currently, and the achievements that you've made and the futures you're going to have as a result of this. And it hasn't been easy this time. It really hasn't been easy this time. If you look back over your last 2 years in college, it's been an absolute disaster, to be honest, really. There's no other way to describe it. I think you've done a fantastic job to get to where you are today. As I said earlier this morning, when we left here in March 2020, I thought maybe we'll be gone for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and we'll be back on campus and you get a chance to finish out the academic year. But that never happened. We all left, everybody left. The staff had to come on board in terms of online teaching, major contribution made there. You all had to find your feet in terms of what you were doing in terms of your programs. Some of you were on work placements, some were lucky enough that they continued, most of them were cancelled. You also had people who were, finishing off projects or whatever it was at that particular time of the year. Really difficult to continue that work. You were confined to barracks. You were at home. You were in, your home accommodation or your rented accommodation. You were probably sharing equipment with other siblings, with parents maybe sharing kitchen tables, trying to get through the programs that you were doing at the time. So all those challenges came at you really quickly, and none of us were prepared for it. Absolutely none of us were prepared for it. But you were under pressure, because a lot of you were finishing off, coming up to exams at that time from March into May. And then you're back for the last year. Hopefully we had plans in September 2020 to have everybody back. Plans fell apart. Then things got even worse in January. So we had no possibility of getting people back on campus as much as we have wanted. So, when you're here today and you've graduated, just think back over that time. Think back over what you've done to get to where you are currently. And it's a massive achievement. It really is a massive achievement in terms of your academic progress, but also in terms of your personal development as well. And when you move out from here today, if you're back with us, great, and it's great to have you back on campus. But if you're moving on into the world of work, you're moving into a really changing time, where the world of work is changing at great pace as well. But you're ready for it now. You've had 2 years of dealing with uncertainty. You've had 2 years of dealing with, new things being thrown up at you every day, finding a way to deal with it, problem solving in a real way. And those skills will stand to you as you move on from here. In numerous surveys we've carried out in the college here with employers locally, they all talk about technical skills, which you all have. But the thing that they keep coming back to us about are, what about problem solving skills? What about the soft skills, communication skills, all those sort of things? These are things that you have had to develop inherently over the last while. And now you have them in abundance in order to deal with the issues that are ahead of you. So it's been tough. Nobody said it's been easy. It's fantastic that you've got through it, but you should be really, really confident about your future in the context of what you've achieved. And you look at the breadth of qualifications given out here today, from the engineering and the computing and all the different programs that have been developed by the staff within there, giving you the opportunity to take on the world of work in a really confident and positive manner. So it's a great credit to you all. It's brilliant that everybody is here in the hall today to celebrate with you, because I was threatened by a couple of students at the start of the year to say, Paul, if there's one thing you do this year, you've got to have a face-to-face graduation. Well, we're here. We've done it. So hopefully that you can enjoy the day and enjoy it with your friends, with your families, and really recognise the success that you have had over the last 12 months. So it only remains for me now to ask the graduates in the hall to stand up. And just want to remind you, when you are standing up, for this graduation ceremony, you are now officially the last LYIT graduates before we become a technological university. So just remember, you're carrying that brand with you when you leave here today. And I'll ask everybody else in the hall to give them a fantastic round of applause. So we can sit down again. Just in conclusion, just to say once again, congratulations everybody. Well deserved in terms of the work that you've achieved. And best of luck to you and enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks very much.
A inu garamnia, a chemia, agus a dinny ushla, Coram Shock Creekly of Runnu na Vradam, Falmery Institute. Respected guests, fellow academics, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly all, our graduates. This concludes the meeting for the purpose of conferring awards on the graduates of our institute. I ask the platform party to rise. All rise. So congratulations.